The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out.
Welcome to All Seeing Guys, episode 103? 103, straight off the bat. I do apologise for the sound quality. I think it's safe to say that this is the most spontaneous episode ever. This is very spontaneous. I didn't even have my laptop, so we're using Audacity on Joe's laptop rather than Logic on the Mac.
So fucking, do you know what? Just piss off with your complaints.
I'll try and I'll see what I can do with it on Logic with the file afterwards. But for now,
Greg, stop apologising to these people.
I don't know. I'll keep a certain level of quality. It's because I'm drunk that I'm like, fuck it.
You know what? You don't like it? Fuck off.
We went out for Joe's birthday this evening.
It is my birthday.
We went out for Joe's birthday and we had a few beers and some food at the Grove in Surbiton.
God, there was some Carver involved.
Went to Ed's first. So we had a drink of Carver.
I got given a bottle of Carver at work, and they also gave me a bottle of Jameson's. So fucking thanks, work.
Thank you, work.
But lagging both of those fucking bottles around was well heavy, so I thought I need to dislodge one of these bottles from my backpack. So we banged that open at Ed's, and then went for some food. Then went to the Cox and watched Earthtide, who were fucking great.
They were.
Always great. And then after that, we were just like, why are we still here?
Yeah. Joe, it's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Could just come to yours and do an improv recording without the equipment we usually have.
And here we are.
So here we are. This is it. Deal with it. Fucking good night, though. I'm fairly smashed.
Mate, I'm off my fucked.
I'm off my fucked. It's definitely one of the most fucked I've been for a while.
That's the fucking episode title sorted.
What was it?
Off my fucked.
Off my fucked. Sounds like one we would have used before. I'm off my fucked.
I'm off my fucked. What were we even going to talk about?
I've got stuff. I collect things. I'm like a squirrel, mate. I find little stories and topics, and like a squirrel, I bury them like nuts away.
Are you hibernating?
And then when the time comes, I'm like, wow, I'll get me nuts out, have a look, see what we got, pass them around, discuss them.
Mate, the great thing is as well, as unprepared as we are, I've got a geese drop.
Oh, well, there you go. That takes us straight into geezedropping. Of course, we're in snippets of overheard conversations from us and strangers, but not us saying them, us hearing them. Geezedropping. Explain. Geezedropping. Having a listen. Joe, why don't we start with yours? Because I am not ready.
Fair enough. That's a good enough reason for me to go first. I don't know where. I'm assuming I heard this with you. If not, no. I was with Lucy in the Wagon and Horses, and I overheard this. Just some geezer just went. 20 years ago, I would have done every cunt in here.
Ah, classic, and he will have too.
20 years ago.
We had one emailed from Simon and Megan from Moan.
Oh, fucking A, awesome!
Yeah.
I feel really loud.
Simon and Megan emailed us. I
like it, keeping it old school.
With a geese drop they overheard in the Wagon and Horses.
If you would like to write to the All Seeing Guys,
allseeingguys@gmail.com.
No.
On Instagram or Facebook.
Find a good pen and parchment and send it to 11A
PO Box. So yeah, the geese shop they heard in Wagon and Horses of all places.
Oh mate, in Kingston.
Yeah.
That's where I heard mine.
Yeah, there you go. Was. A guy just joined our D&D campaign. He's 34 and into microdosing LSD. A few weeks ago, he ate half an ounce of weed to see if it had hallucinogenic properties.
Have you ever eaten weed?
Yeah. Like
a bud of it?
No, like
not like in a brownie. Literally just taking a bud of weed and going like.
I did eat a brownie years ago when I was at Summerfield. And,
where you worked?
I didn't eat it there. We went to like Seething Wells, the uni bit afterwards, because some guys we worked with stayed there. And we randomly ended up playing tennis with these random. When we walked past, there was always people out there outside the hostel, the rooms, like the fucking Seething Wells University. Kingston University, Seething Wells, they're outside their dorms. And they were like just hanging out and drinking like champagne. When we walked past, we got chatting to them, and then they're like, "Oh, we've got some. We got a spliff. Stick around." So we stick around, got to be stoned with them, and then they brought out these brownies. And started eating them, and then halfway through, was, we didn't break up the weed, so there's just chunks of weed in it. And then you'd be eating it, and then it'd be a massive bud just in it.
Is it like when you get like a cookie, and then like inside it there's a chocolate chip that hasn't properly melted?
Yeah. But mate, it was like that.
Instead, it was weed.
It was literally a chunk of weed. And I remember like chewing a bit, being like, oh god, because it was like literally was a hunk of weed.
Yeah, man, that's fucked. I mean, like,
fucked us up though. We ended up playing like tennis, like out on the street till like 2 a.m. or some shit.
I've got a good conversation piece for after we've done these geese drops.
I have. Reese had a geese drop. My godson Reese.
Hey,
sent me this one.
What's up, Reese?
He was.
Mate, come back. You're coming back soon, yeah?
Was coming back. Was doing.
I don't know why I'm expecting a response.
Was doing some work in a house. Well, it wasn't a house. It was a church.
It's a house of God.
My brother Jason sent me this one.
Oh,
I know a thing, mate. Why is my account taking £7 for your Tinder? I ain't paying for that, Carl.
What? Who's paying for Tinder?
Somebody was paying for someone's Tinder or something.
Mate, you don't pay for Tinder.
Well, maybe you got like the premium package.
Why? Because he thought he was going to see tits.
Maybe.
Mate, the internet is still a free place where you can see free tits for like another 2 months.
I heard a woman in Sainsbury's, some older woman pushing a trolley. She walked past and I heard her say, "I'd take a glass of wine to bed."
Oh, I want to hang out with her.
Yeah, she sounds like great fun. All right, one more.
I just to interrupt, not particularly a geese drop, but it was something that was said to me the other day. Do you remember in the past where I've mentioned the 70-year-old lady that I work with?
Oh yes, the Italian.
Yeah. She's back on my block.
Nice.
She's back on my pod at work. She's really good fun. She's been teaching me all about cooking.
Right.
She was telling me about a good carbonara recipe because everyone have a go with me because I just get a pot of carbonara instead of making it from scratch. Yeah. But she said to me the other day, she just goes, "Joe, I watched a fantastic film the other day. Do you know what it was?" And I just went, "Deep Throat." And she burst into laughter. And then we're just like, no, Beauty and the Beast. And I was like, I wasn't far off.
Disney film, actually.
She watched the live action one. She said it was really good.
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, Lizzie liked it.
It's no Deep Throat.
No, it's no Deep Throat. I heard this one. And I told him, you can't make it vegan by just taking the mayo out.
Of what?
Of what? Exactly, of
Egg
what?
mayonnaise.
What are they taking?
Egg mayonnaise.
Egg mayonnaise? Were you trying to say the radio play character there, but just said egg mayonnaise?
That's the unborn child of eggs Benedict and mayonnaise. They have an affair and make egg mayonnaise.
I thought we'll start with a story that I saw very recently.
Well, go on then.
So this was a guy who he broke a record for like most films watched, like
in a row.
I guess so. So
the same film?
So it'll explain here. Captain Marvel fan breaks record after watching film 116 times.
What?
Yes.
Wait, that's only been out like a little while.
A Captain Marvel fan has broken the record for the most times watching a single movie in the cinema.
Do you know why he's broken that record? It's because that film's been out for 2 months and he's the only one that's seen it 116 times.
Steve Ruppel watched Brie Larson film a total of 116 times to earn the feat.
He hasn't broken that record. He's made it.
I'll explain, which saw him shut away in the multiplex for more than 14,000 minutes. According to RuPaul, he needed to watch the movie at least 104 times since it was released on March the 7th to break the previous record, but decided to make it 116 times so he could make it into the Guinness World Records.
Why 104? Has someone already watched it 104?
No, it doesn't have to... A film they've watched 104 times.
Oh, so it could be any film?
Yeah.
Right. What was the previous...
I don't know if it says. We'll have a look.
What film would you watch 104 times?
Oh, man. I because you know you're getting kind of hating it.
Yeah. So but you're going to go through phases.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to watch it 10 times and be like, I could really just watch like anything else right now. I'd watch fucking Mermaid.
Mermaid, just simply Mermaid.
What's that fucking...
Splash.
Splash is what I was absolutely thinking of. Yeah, Daryl Hannah and Tom Hanks.
Mermaid.
Isn't Mermaid with Cher and fucking...
No, you're thinking of Mermaid or something. I know what you're thinking of. Yeah, it has got Mermaid in the title with Bob Hoskins as well.
It's got that fucking song.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Oh, that's where it is. Oh no, that's not the word. You better listen to what I say, because if you wanna know if it's true love or so, it's in his fist. It's in his fist. He told WSOR TV, if anyone wanted to break this, I really don't want to re-break it, because this has been pretty tough. I don't think I'm going to try this one again.
Just pick a different film, you cock.
RuPaul is a serial record breaker. He once set the record for running half a marathon while wearing the most t-shirts, and also became the quickest person to drink a full litre of gravy.
Oh!
In 12 seconds.
What? A litre?
Yeah.
Right, I've got questions about that. How hot was the gravy?
I don't know.
Because I have done a pint of gravy in about 8 seconds.
Wow, okay.
And all I'm saying is, it was a fucking... So how many pints in a litre?
How many pints in a litre? I don't know. A litre.
Let's ask a litre.
To break the Captain Marvel record, he was forced to take time off work. RuPaul said the film had become so boring.
Wasn't forced at all. He took holiday to do a fucking stupid record.
The film became so boring that he focused on the finer details that made him more impressed with the film's producers. There's one particular scene in the movie where in the background there's a calendar. And it says June of 1995. And then later on, the particular day, there is a full moon. So in the end, I Googled when the full moon was of June 1995. And it came out on the Tuesday of June 13th of 1995.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You would though, wouldn't you? You would just fucking... You watch that shit 116 times, you're going to know that script inside out.
Oh, yeah, you're going to start looking at all the background and
You're going to absolutely look at... You're going to basically... By the 50th time, you're just going to look at the right side of the screen. No matter what fucking's going on, you're just looking at one portion and being like, I'm going to watch that and just look for everything that I fucking see. That guy must have seen so many fucking Easter eggs about fucking Endgame.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't think there is that many.
You reckon?
No, I don't think there is that many Easter eggs in...
Can we also just fucking point out that recently, because of Endgame obviously has been out today when we're recording, you'll see this in a week or so, but like obviously the whole press circuit for the whole Avengers team's out. We've seen Scarlett Johansson do Hot Ones on YouTube, which is obviously what we paid homage to on 100. She's fucking brilliant in that.
She's good.
She takes it like an absolute champ.
She's good. She
takes it like an absolute champ. But recently, Scarlett Johansson and what's her name, Brie Larson, made an appearance on Ellen.
Oh, I saw this.
So they were on Ellen and they were doing a general discussion about like how they met and everything, and then they got to the talking about Endgame, and they talk about obviously how diehard the fans are, and they've got tattoos.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, on the Ellen show, they showed a picture of a tattoo of someone had of Captain Marvel that was done by Edgar at Old London Road Tattoos in Kingston.
Yeah, which of course
is where Kaz works, who we've had on the fucking show before.
Yeah, man, the sister business of the Fighting Cocks, which of course we've been in this evening.
And mate, it's fucking...
I've had like 3 or 4 tattoos, I think, there at Old London Road.
But Edgar as well is not the first time that he's fucking had some
Walking
coverage.
Dead one went viral.
He did an entire Walking Dead back piece that went fucking viral. Nuts when like season 8 came out.
Yeah.
And man, so like if you're interested in some of that shit, go and check out like Old London Road and see the fucking artwork.
Oh yeah, that fucking tattoo is amazing. Yeah, her face is so shocked when she sees it as well. Brie
Larson.
Mate,
she's fucking like Brie Larson loses her mind that someone's got a tattoo of her on her back.
I have seen some bad ones. People have got.
To be fair, the one of Brie Larson's fucking great, and that's not biased. That is just genuinely out of all the fucking tattoos they show. it's the best one.
Yeah, definitely.
Because Edgar's really good at realistic shit.
Yeah, really fucking good.
But like. The ones of Black Widow, people can't tattoo Scarlett Johansson's nose.
Right.
They make her look like the fucking like weird family from what's it called?
Weird family.
The BBC show, League of Gentlemen.
League of Gentlemen.
They make him look like fucking Tubbs from like League of Gentlemen.
I'm with you.
The fucking nose, like, just her nose is just not right for that.
Damn.
But as you were saying, Greg.
Yes, well, I was going to move on to the next story. Oh. And I know you're aware of this one. 31 stone man who moaned in pleasure as air stewardess wiped his arse dies on holiday.
I read this in the fucking paper today, and I was fucking...
So I grabbed this a few days ago.
Mate, I was spitting blood, man.
I mean, this is a bit of a cop-out article. This is not a proper newspaper article. This is like...
No, but mate, even what I read today was just...
But it has made the news,
basics.
this story.
Yeah.
Being an airline cabin crew member is never easy. You're working ungodly hours, you've got aggy customers to deal with, not to mention there's always the risk of crashing. The last thing you need is some morbidly obese man getting some weird sexual pleasure out of you wiping his butt clean. That was the unfortunate fate suffered.
Can we just say, fuck this guy?
This guy's big.
This guy, big. This is, you know what? This guy disgusts me more than paedophiles.
Wow.
This guy disgusts me more than paedophiles.
That was the unfortunate fate suffered by flight stewardess named only as Kuu, said the unnamed 31 stone passenger moaned in pleasure as his backside was cleaned by a female staff member. In a recent return of events, the passenger in question has since died during his holiday on a Thai island.
Good.
A spokesman for the airline on which the whole thing unfolded, EVA Air, reported that the tourist died from unspecified illness in March while visiting the island of Koh Samui.
Now,
Koh Samui. For those who hadn't been following the story before, Kuu was left traumatized by the incident, which unfolded on the flight from the US to Taiwan, and she called a press conference earlier this year, begging the employer EVA Air update an old policy that insists cabin crew must be female. Apparently, the man.
Yeah, they only hire females. Like the airline only hires females for stewardess or air hostess and shit.
The man who was in the wheelchair used the plane toilets before asking crew members to wipe and re-wipe his ass, as he was not satisfied with their initial attempts.
Fucking mate, who? Fuck you, dude. Seriously, you deserve death. Fuck you. You don't you know what? You could even go as far to say that he would probably already knew he was fucking dying.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go out being the biggest fucking asshole this fucking planet's ever seen.
Well,
He's a disgusting, fat, old cunt.
There are some direct quotes on the wiper in question here.
The wiper in question.
I told him we couldn't help him, but he started yelling. He told me to go into the bathroom immediately and threatened to relieve himself on the floor. As the passenger's genitals were now exposed, one of my colleagues brought a blanket, which I used to cover his modesty.
No, I'm sorry. This guy's a 31 stone fucking dickhole. He has no modesty.
But he very angrily slapped my hand away, saying he didn't want it and only wanted me to remove his underwear so he could use the toilet.
Mate, this guy, you'd stab him, wouldn't you? I'd fucking stab him just clean in the gut.
She put on latex gloves, and while wiping, he started moaning with pleasure and said, deeper.
Oh, you fucking...
And then accused my chief attendant of not properly cleaning his backside, requesting that she do it again.
I'd stab the shit out of this fucking guy. Fuck this. Nah, that's fucked, man.
Because of his size, he was given 3 seats on the plane.
Yeah, because he's a fat fucking cunt.
That's crazy, man.
Fuck you. Fuck that guy.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's
fucking horrible, and I've got no fucking remorse in saying thank fuck he's fucking dead.
It is fucking horrible.
That is, mate. I can't believe people fucking sat by and witnessed that.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Him kicking off on a plane because he's done a shit job of wiping his ass.
If you were on a fucking plane and you saw some fat fucking cunt sitting there saying, you have to wipe my ass, you would grab the bluntest object and jam it in his fucking eye.
I have this such vivid memory from like infant school. And like infants, like before junior, man, you're like young. You're like fucking like 4 or 5. And I have this vivid memory from being there, like in blue class or something. Yeah. And I went to the toilets for a piss. And there was a kid in my class, I swear his name was Daly. And
he opened the cubicle door and he was sat on the toilet and he went, "Can you get the teacher to go wipe my bum, please?"
What?
And we were young, but I remember thinking at that time.
But not that young.
Yeah, well, that's what I remember thinking. Really? Go get the teacher to wipe your bum? And he's like, yeah. And I'm being like, okay.
You know what? The only time that might potentially be okay, and by okay I mean say it, but it's going to get questioned, first day of school.
Well, I went to the teacher and I was like, "Oh, Daly wants you to go wipe his bum." And I remember she had her face and she was like, "Really? What, really?" And I was like, "Yes." And she was like, "Ugh." And then like walked off. I was telling Mum about it. I was like, "Oh."
Wait, so how old were you?
I don't really know. I mean, it was young.
24.
It was young.
It was a night class.
But I remember finding it weird he needed the teacher to wipe his bum even at that age.
Yeah, dude.
Like, or just like, you want the teacher to do it. Ooh, I wouldn't ask the teacher to do it.
This is the second episode where we have talked about arse wiping.
Right, yes, of course. It just reminded me, man. It just triggered
wild,
a really vivid memory that I just can't shake.
I'm not, mate. I'm fucking... Oh, nah.
Nope, he's not having it.
Nah, there's you know what? If I get to an age where I have to request someone to help wipe my ass, I'm killing myself.
I'm done.
I'm out.
I'm done.
Fucking out, dude.
I'm finished with the day.
I am so gone. I'm just like, you know what? This is not the life that I wanted to fucking live.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be this guy.
It's just a bot wipe, and I'm just like, I'm killing myself tonight.
I couldn't imagine like asking someone to wipe my ass.
Nah. I'd rather just shit myself.
Sorry, do you mind wiping my ass?
I'd rather walk around feeling my horrible shit rub against my inner thighs than ask someone to fucking wipe for me. No way, not having it.
Oh, that's what. Obviously, you don't like them, but what the baby grown-ups do, isn't it?
Greg, just reverting back to when we were geezedropping and there was a mention of weed. A question arose to me.
Right.
Where's the best place you've smoked weed?
Here? Ed's? I don't know. I really don't know.
Really?
Let me have a think.
I've got two places that I really
yeah, you go first.
I really enjoyed. There was two places. So one of them was I was in Bath because my friend Rob Lynch, who I hasn't seen, and I don't even know if he does this fucking podcast, but if by any chance you're out there, Rob, fucking love you, and I'm sorry I haven't been in contact.
Hi, Rob.
But
Rob Lynch, everyone.
Fucking absolute legend.
Legend.
He genuinely is, man. Like I've known this guy since like year fucking 9 at school. And it was, just as fucking life does, it just goes in different directions.
Well, I didn't marry him then.
Well, fucking, all right. You're married with a kid. Don't fucking get jealous, all right?
Yeah, well, we do a podcast with the Anyway, continue.
So I fucking, Rob went off to Bath Uni when he was 18, and I went to visit him. And he stayed on this one level, and all the fucking guys that he lived with were safe as fuck. And one night they were just like, well, we got a couple of spliffs. We're going to fucking go out and have a walk. We ended up on a golf course, literally like fucking down the road from the halls of residence.
Yeah.
And we're just literally sitting in like a fucking sandpit, just smoking these spliffs. Ridiculously, there was a fucking rake still in the sandpit.
Nice.
So I wrote tit.
Yeah, excellent.
Big fucking rakey letters.
Excellent.
And then we ended up fighting.
Wow.
we were all just rowdy and fucking pissed and high and shit. But it was really fun. That was my first experience of like smoking weed outside.
Right, cool.
So it was really good. The second one was literally on Portsmouth Beach at like 2 a.m.
Nice.
Again, another visit to a friend at uni. We went down there and she was just like, do you want to go to the beach? Because it was literally like a 20-minute walk from where she lived.
Yeah.
And we we just wrapped up a couple of spliffs and we were there at like 2 a.m. freezing our asses off, but it was just like pitch black. You don't know where the water is, but you can hear it. And it was just like, this is fucking great.
Two have popped into mind. Whether they're like the best places, but they're definitely old from years back that stand out in my mind. This guy I knew, Dave, we used to call him Battenberg because his hair and skin were the same colour, like the Simpsons. Like his hair and skin were the same colour.
After this, we are absolutely talking about nicknames.
But it was like the right sort of like colour, skin and hair of like a Battenberg cake. So
yeah.
Battenberg. We used to go, Dave Battenberg, get a little crunchy biscuit.
You know what? I think we've just found a new jingle. We might have to change the name of this podcast, but it's brilliant. What is it again? One more time, please.
Dave Battenberg. Get a little crunchy biscuit.
I love it. It's brilliant.
Anyway, we got into this habit of meeting for beers, but then like walking to Kingston or being out in Kingston for the pubs, and then afterwards we would go to Wickes in Kingston.
Yeah.
It's kind of where the Astor was. So Wickes is like the hardware store. We would go to their car park, and they had those massive, huge wooden trolleys to put like
Yeah.
So they were just like basically
they leave them out in the car park, don't they?
Yeah, massive, huge wooden. Huge slates.
Yeah, so you could just you could just literally carry around lumber.
Yeah, it's huge on wheels.
You can just carry around giant planks of fucking
and we
wood
used to
and shit.
lie on those and run with them and push them push them really fast and jump on them and spin around in the car park, mate, all night. No one, we didn't see anyone, just me and him, and we'd lay on them and just smoke fucking weed and just be fucked. and then we'd always walk home. Back to Cheshunt. But I remember there was one night we were there for ages, man. It's just spinning around on the trolleys and shit, man. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I think another one, which, again, I think only because it stands out in my head, we were in Budapest. Me, Lee, and Ben Monopoly, the handsome cunt. And there was a guy who worked at the hostel. And it was really cool. It was up these stairs that looked like out that horror film Wreck, the zombie film. It looked like that building.
Oh, with the stairwell.
It looked like that building. You walk up to the top.
That kind of old architecture style.
But you'd go up the building, you'd go out a door, and you'd kind of be in a really big open space. So there'd be a balcony where the office was, but the whole bit was open, looking over all the other rooms and the roof of the building below.
Yeah.
And the guy that worked there was like, "Oh, you're from England." We got chatting about football, and he knew his fucking football, man. This guy lived in Budapest. We were talking about West Ham at one point. And I'd just seen a West Ham game the day before randomly, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Noble scored." He's like, "Yes, Noble scored." And he knew all the details of the goal. I'm like, "Fuck, man, you're a big fan."
Mate, some of them get into it, man.
You know all the English teams.
But you think about it though, Premier League's up there is one of the.
He was saying they didn't have a league anymore. He was saying they
didn't
have a league anymore. So everyone watches the British league.
I reckon at one point we should jokingly do a football one.
Oh, it'd be good fun.
It'll be so good.
But he rolled us. He's like, "You guys want to smoke a spliff?" And we're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we do.
So he rolled us a spliff, and we'd been out fucking drinking, man. We were smashed, and we smoked with him, and just had a really good conversation. I remember I was so shocked that I was continuing this conversation about football stoned for ages, and it was really good. And then Ben whited.
Oh.
He whited bad, man. It was bad. It was bad. He was in the toilet throwing up.
Down.
And he had the key to the room. And we were he's locked in the bathroom like bed. Eventually he leans out and hands it to him. And he turns back to the toilet and we just hear him go, "I don't want any more of that man skunk." Sorry, Ben.
Oh no. That has actually strangely reminded me of my third favourite place that I smoke weed at, and it's a little place in Sunbury that's down by the river, and it's just this
down
little
at the
section.
bottom of the garden.
Yeah, where the Poddington Peas live.
Yeah.
But literally, there's this one little section near a pub down by the river in Sunbury, and there's nice. There's 6 benches in this little fucking area. And me, I've been there with Chris from Earthtide. I've been there, me and my friend Mike, who I used to live down the road from. Me and him used to go there all the time. And we'd get beers and just sit down there for a few hours, listen to music and just hanging out.
Yeah.
Instead of just fucking going to someone's house and just playing games or fucking watching TV, we just sit down there and listen to music and chat shit for 4 hours. But it's quality down there, man. Chris would come down with his guitar and we just fuck around and listen, just play shit. We met people down there who were also smoking weed.
Right,
we met a couple of guys down there, right? I'm not even lying, right?
They're up to no good.
Mate, it started making trouble in my neighborhood. We were me and Mike were down there once, and it was a summer Friday night, and we were just fuck it, we'll have a couple of beers, it'll be fine. And we were down there, and Mike's Mike had his grinder, and he was grinding up weed. And these guys walked along, and they walk a little bit further away, and I look over at one of them, and they're doing the same thing that Mike's doing. And I was just like, "Yo, Mike, they're definitely fucking smoking weed. That guy's grinding." So Mike, like some universal sign language, just raises his arms and starts grinding his fucking grinder. And the guy does the same thing. And then they just come over and hang out with us for like fucking 3 hours.
They were the cool dudes.
Yeah, they were fucking chill as fuck, man. Like, ended up like during that summer, like we met them a couple of times, ended up playing football with their mates and shit. That's the other thing as well. You saying about being in a different country and holding a football conversation. I did it in New York.
Wow.
Fucking 2 USA guys. Fucking talking about Man City and shit.
Of course they were.
Always, yeah. Of course
you know David Beckham? That's a weird accent I did. That's not American at all, is it?
David Beckham?
You know a David Beckham?
You sound like a terrorist trying to be American. But yeah, man, I was like outside a bar and they were just like, "Where you from, England?" And it's like, "Oh, you in
where you from, England?"
Yeah,
they
and they were just like, "Oh, you into soccer?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I like Tottenham." And they're just like, "Oh, how about that Manchester City?" And you're just like, "Yep, yeah, that's a team.
That's a team.
That's a team. Well done, sir.
Manchester United.
You get points. I've given you 3 points because you have located a team that is very, very obvious and successful at the moment.
Well played.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
What were we talking about?
You were talking of places you liked having weed.
Oh.
Having
yes,
weed.
Before you went into your next story, I was, I thought that was,
that was great.
It's way more fun outside.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Yeah. Oh, I'm a bit...
these days. No, I'm not saying just
in
like...
the early days.
Fucking like 1 in the afternoon in a park somewhere. Like
in the early days, it's crazy. I didn't care. Now I'd be like,
no. Yeah. I don't know. Even now, I'll still fucking occasionally walk down the street having a spliff.
Yeah, wow.
And I'll just be like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah.
But I do the side roads, man. I keep away from the main roads. And
I should also say the place where me and Lee first smoked weed, the streets around his house, known as Learnerland, where you go. A lot of people around here, you go down the drive.
Yeah.
Behind like the maypole and stuff.
That's right.
Me and Lee walked those streets for years, mate, years. Like, we never had any trouble, man. All the time we walked around those streets, and now we meet Christmas Day and walk around those streets like at night.
Yeah.
Like, fucking all the time, man. That's a big place, man. I've always felt safe there walking around.
That's the great thing about suburbia, dude. You can just fucking walk around and bun a spliff.
There's a really cool part we call America because it looks American. It doesn't look American. The only difference is that the street lights are like white rather than that weird orange colour.
Yeah.
For some reason, that makes it America in our eyes when we go.
Mate, street lights in the UK are way better in the winter when it's all misty.
Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
Just as a random observation there for you.
This story, I am an odd about this story.
Yeah.
And I'm umming and ahhing about it now because of our current mental stability of...
Pissed.
Yes. It's quite a fucked up story.
Excellent.
And it's not a story we usually cover on All Scene Guys because it's fucked. But I swear we might have mentioned this guy before. And it was a follow-up. It is a listeners' discretion. It is pretty fucking horrible. It's a lot of fucked up shit we usually talk about.
Spoiler alert.
Paedophile
Ooh.
who microwaved victim's head and got a 12-year-old girl to eat it to commit suicide.
Wow. That is a title.
Yep.
Wow. How did he microwave her head? Oh, I guess it was already severed.
So... people have heard about the actions.
I like the ending of it. Dead.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, okay, so he's dead, and the majority of this article is going to be about how he died, and not the fucking horrific act. That he's done.
Well, the thing is, people know. A lot of people have written about the actions of the 22-year-old Russian paedophile. I can't say this. Arkady Sevrov. Before, and it seems though I
should have known it was fucking Russian.
It seems though his story has finally come to a fitting end after he committed suicide while waiting to face trial for the murder of his friend Alexander Popovich, it took him 4 months to finally croak after he slipped into a coma following the attempt on his life. His 12-year-old girlfriend Valeria still remains alive though, and nobody is sure what to do with her as she is below the age of criminal responsibility. She is currently residing in a special detention centre, but this seems kind of naive considering she's willing to take part in the massacre of Sevrov and admitted to doing so. It's really majorly screwed up as well, so I suggest not reading onwards if you can't handle the gory details. Can you handle the gory details, Joe?
I mean, that's a lot to take in already. I didn't realise that she was willingly involved in this. Yeah, go on.
So, the name isn't Sevrov. I'm going to call them Sevrov. It's obviously like Sevrovov, but I'm going to say Sevrov, so sorry, everyone. So Severov apparently picked up Valeria somewhere on the internet and made her travel 1,500 miles from her home to his residence in the Novinka village near St. Petersburg. Once there, they had sex multiple times.
Jesus Christ.
But it soon became clear that Severov's landlord, Popovich, had a problem. So that meant he had to go. So Severov stabbed Popovich in the neck and shoulder with a knife before cutting off his head and placing it in the microwave for 3 minutes. He then gouged out...
I shouldn't laugh, but that's ridiculous.
He then gouged...
3 minutes?
Yep. Like it was a fucking packet of rice.
Yeah. Uncle Ben's.
Yeah. He then gouged out his eyes, heart and brains and then boiled them and proceeded to eat them along with Valeria. I'm saying they're different every time. Valeria. She said that the heart was too sweet, but the brains turned out to be way tastier.
That's intense.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
It's a weird second date.
Yeah, well...
You know?
That's pretty fucked up, man. That's some horrendous fucking shit.
Hang the fuck on.
Joe's got questions.
Several.
Okay.
Who's letting a 12-year-old travel on her own?
13-year-old, but yes, who is letting them travel that far?
Schematics are not important,
1,500
right,
miles. 1,500 miles.
Who's letting a girl that young travel on their own?
Maybe she just ran away. And then he had sex with her multiple times.
Was she up for that?
I guess so. She ran away to be with him. He lured her in on the internet.
Man!
He lured her in on the internet. Found the right one. Sweet talked to him. Got him to run away and come stay with him.
Christ.
And then she got involved in him killing and boiling a head and eating it.
Wow.
She ate some too.
And when does this Netflix documentary come out?
Imagine any time now it would drop.
I
think this is actually the documentary we're doing now.
Guarantee you right now, in the next couple of months, there's going to be a documentary.
This is the documentary. We're doing it right now.
What a shit beginning.
That's fucking horrendous, man. That's horrendous.
We're going to wake up in the morning and be like, so... Are we going to St. Petersburg? Or what?
Are we going to go meet this guy? Find him on the internet.
I don't understand.
We've got to keep up the good work he was doing. Falls to us to do it right.
Very nearly fucking spat out my drink then. It's all right. Held it together. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's horrendous, man. Damn,
man.
That's a horrendous way to go and a horrible thing to happen.
Yeah, mate, I don't want to go... I don't want my head microwaved.
I mean, you're dead before that happens.
Yeah, but still, fucking give me, let me die of decency. You know what I mean?
Must be horrible.
I've already got no shame.
I don't want to fucking think about it, actually, what it looked like.
Mate, I'm locked on. Mate, you put a head in the microwave for 3 minutes, it's going to be lukewarm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a head. So
3 minutes, though?
A head in a microwave. I mean, a head outside of a microwave, it's not in an edible state.
Yeah.
3 minutes ain't going to do shit.
Yeah, well, it might do something inside.
You put curries in the microwave for longer.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's different. Your brain and your eyes might be fucked up.
Yeah, of course it's different. It's a fucking head.
And there's still fluids in there.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I don't think... I thought I was ready for that story, but...
Well, it's happened now. We've gone through it.
That's it. We're on the other side. Like David Gray.
Right. I had one more story. This one...
Yeah, go on.
Needs to be more of a visual, but I quite liked it. A woman that hates selfies... She hates selfies. She started a new Instagram photo trend. And it was of her dying at famous landmarks.
What?
So instead of doing a selfie, she would lay down like she had died for the picture. So I'm going to hold a picture of you there. If you scroll down, if you just scroll down and look through the pictures,
it's
basically
really
a picture
good.
of her just literally face down near
Really...
Face down outside. What is she outside there? Any monuments?
Oh, mate, fucking. Funnily enough, Notre Dame. Oh dear!
It looks great. I think it's hilarious.
She's got the floor dead pose perfect because it's all just limbs are just spread out and shit.
So yeah, she has a whole Instagram of just lying dead out photos. Just face down.
Mate,
there's one of her on the rock somewhere as well.
Right near the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the #1 suicide spot apart from like that fucking forest in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a bit close to the bone. Jeez, mate, she is literally like strung out on the rocks.
Yeah, and she looks dead.
Yeah, her hair's all like over the rock and stuff.
Yeah. She's acting.
She's
acting
sick.
very dead.
There's one of her just in a bush.
You have a head in the bush.
Yeah.
Lying face down, head in the bush.
The only thing inside the bush is her head. Oh mate, 7 Sisters. She's just in a country lane in fucking Dover. Jesus, hats off.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. It's definitely been one of the latest like Instagram photo trends I actually thought was actually generally funny.
I think that, mate, that's so fucking good.
And it's well done.
Yeah.
And it's not really pictures of
we could scale this down and just do it in Serbian.
Let's do it here.
Let's do it here.
Here's a picture of Joe dead in his flat, but he's not.
That's it. Straight after this.
It'd look weird if he did it in your flat.
Straight after this, we're going to do photos of me just laying on my fucking stairs. Just like, Joe's had a good evening. Her at Disney World. She's strung out in front of Cinderella. I like this. This is a challenge. But this is the kind of thing that could just get out of control. And then someone ends up actually dying. They're just like, look,
putting a body out there.
They're going to be like, okay, look, the only way that we're going to get likes from this is if I commit suicide, then you take a photo of it. I love it. Brilliant. Oh, there's one of her, like, it's just in East Sussex. But she's like, she's laying on the ground, fucking flat out dead, behind like a group photo of people.
Yeah. It's just one in like Chinatown or something.
After paragliding, like she's just fallen on the ground. I'm gonna follow this girl. She sounds great.
Yeah. I suggest you do. But does it say her handle on there?
Yeah. It's just Steph dies, one word. That's STEF dies.
Dead.
There's one of her in Vegas.
Let's do it. It's been a while. It feels like a while since we've done an agony aunt.
I think, you know what? I think we're in the best possible state to be giving out advice.
Let's give some unwanted advice in
agony.
You didn't ask for it, but here's our advice anyway. Agony.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable if you're an edible heartbreak.
I've just dropped myself in it big. Style.
Hey, Willie.
I'm going to start again. I've just dropped it in big style with my boyfriend. While we were making love last weekend, I called out my new neighbour's name by mistake. It all started when the wife of the guy in question invited us round into their place for getting to know you drinks, which was nice of them. I have to confess, I got pretty tipsy, and I stumbled into the bathroom where my male neighbour was having a piss. Couldn't help catching the sight of his manhood, and I have to say, it was very impressive. From that moment, I knew I just had to have it for myself.
Hey.
A couple of nights later, I was laying in bed with my slumbering fella when I heard the couple next door noisily making love. The sound of them grunting in ecstasy confirmed to me that the fella knew knew how to use his monster of a cock. That made up my mind, and I knew exactly what I was going to do. A few days after that, I saw my neighbour's wife go out. On the pretext of running out of milk, I knocked on his back door and caught him stripped to his shorts, putting some washing in the machine.
Ooh.
I stared open-mouthed at him, but he smiled and moved towards me, guessing why I was really there.
Oh, God.
He kissed me deeply and hard.
Kiss deeply and hard?
Yeah, he kissed me deeply. I'm guessing, like, he stuck his tongue down her throat.
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Yeah. He kissed me deeply and hard before we went upstairs, and I got a ride on his massive cock.
Yeah.
So how do I now smooth things over with my fellow? I feel so guilty. hurts. I nearly said hurts.
What? Does the fella know then?
No.
Oh, right. This is smooth things over.
Her question is, thank God she finished with a question.
Yeah, right.
This is why I like the sport.
Yeah.
The sport, they actually have a question at the end of it. As much as they're just bragging.
Yeah, a made-up story.
They are very much just bragging that they've had like a sexual experience that was great. Yeah. But they've got an issue with it.
Oh, what do I do now?
So basically, she doesn't know how to smooth things over with her fella.
Well, he doesn't know. So
he doesn't know, and I think as immoral as it is, if she wants to smooth things over, don't tell him.
Yeah.
Because what are you gonna do? Like go to her, like go to your guy and say, look, so
I mean, banging the name. Oh, she did say, smooth things over because she said his name. That's what she means.
Shit,
that was a vital part of the fucking of the agony aunt.
Fucking
right,
hell.
We're back on the page.
We were so fucking distracted by all the fucking description of his monster cock.
Monster cock. All aboard.
Well, how do you smooth things over?
Just say, I was just trying to remember his name.
I mean,
I thought I heard him.
No, but what if she just turned around and said it was just like, oh, sorry, it was just a weird fantasy moment.
I mean, even any excuse in the world you use, the doubt is already there. The question's already there.
Oh, and you know what's fucking terrible for relationships?
Wrong names.
Doubt.
Yeah, very bad. Doubt and wrong name. Wrong names, doubt.
A lack of trust.
Once, I remember
wrong names.
My ex-girlfriend, she said something to me once. I can't remember what it was. She said something on the lines of, the seeds of doubt have been planted. And I was like, oh, what?
This is before Game of Thrones.
Is this a warning?
I remember once...
Tell you the truth.
In succession, I dated two girls, one after the other, and they were both called Holly, but they spelt their names differently.
Oh, thank God.
And with the second Holly, I spelt her name wrong, and shit hit the fan.
Oh, God.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I called a girlfriend the wrong name once, not during sex or anything. Just, I said, like, can you just give this to blah, 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 I said the wrong name. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. And she's like, it's okay, you guys were together a long time. And I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, mate.
Sorry.
She's like, oh, she's so pissed.
And by a long time was like 8 months.
Man alive. I don't know, man. I mean, Greg, if you like knew that your fucking neighbour next door had a monster hung cock and you went and fucking rode it like Seabiscuit, what are you going to tell your partner?
Greg Assholes has a bobsleigh team.
Yeah. That was a fantastic.
You know why? Because I watched the Eddie the Eagle film the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And it had a Cool Runnings reference because it's the same Olympics as Cool Runnings.
Is it?
Yeah, and they're listening to it on the news.
Holy shit.
They're listening to his updates on the news. And then it says, well, you know, Eddie's not the only one making a stir. Everyone's looking at the Jamaican bobsleigh team, and then they turn the radio off. And it's like, oh, it's Cool Runnings.
Oh,
like,
that's interesting. That's really,
happening
really
at the same
good.
time as Cool Runnings.
I had no idea.
No, did I?
Fucking hell. All right, fair enough.
But that's why it was fresh in my mind. It was a reference and
good
film. I actually quite enjoyed the Eddie the Eagle film.
Eggy the
I've been
Eagle.
told previously that I would like it, and I'm like, I just don't give a fuck about the story. I watched it. It was pretty good. It was pretty funny.
I know, like, I mean, everyone, he's a legend, isn't he? Like,
yeah, well, it was funny though. I quite enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected. It was good.
Good stuff.
As for wrong name Willis,
wrong name Willis.
I think she.
Which one of Bruce's children?
I think for some reason I was thinking of Different Strokes, like the TV show. We're talking about Willis. That was why.
What are you talking about, Willis?
I think, you know.
What is your wrong name, Willis?
There's no real excuse now. The seed of doubt has actually been planted.
Yeah.
You've
I mean,
said the
if
name. He obviously made a connection that it's the neighbour.
Yeah. It's not coincidence.
No, shit's up, mate. You know, you ain't getting. You have to time.
You are
be
up
the healer.
a fucking creek. But to be honest, right? How ridiculous is that? That she's just like, that guy looks like he's got a big cock.
I want it.
I need that. And it's just like, how fucking ridiculous are you?
It's a ridiculous story. That's a ridiculous story.
That's a porno fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's not a real life problem.
That story is written on the basis that women just want monster cocks.
Yeah, that's it. That's sowing a lot of seed of doubt in a lot of men around the world.
Unbelievable part of the story.
That's bollocks.
Because I'm sure they exist, but just like, oh, that's a massive cock. Oh, so I just noticed how big vagina is. I really want to have a go later.
Do you think like if Chris Hemsworth had like a micro dick, girls would like him as much?
Well, they wouldn't know, maybe.
Yeah, but they'd find out. Some of them. He's married, isn't he?
I remember Ryan Reynolds being on Top Gear, like old Top Gear of Clarkson. He did like the star on the reason you price car.
Oh yeah.
And it was years ago. It's probably during like Green Lantern, like press junket, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I reckon it's probably around that sort of time. And Jeremy Clarkson made the joke of, you're such a good-looking guy. Please tell me you've got a tiny cock so I feel better. And Ryan Reynolds goes, oh yeah, it's like Braille down there.
Like Braille. I
recently
watched him and Josh Brolin do the Playground Insults.
Oh, it's good
on Radio 1.
Yeah,
Mate, it's so. There's one that it's the final bit where he fucking lands a sucker punch for talking about like fucking Green Lantern, and he delivers the line of just like the editor didn't even see the film, and like whilst Josh Brolin's pissing himself, he just turns around and just goes, "Hey Josh, what's your favorite color? Mediocre." Bang, out cold. That's it. Game over.
I watched Chris Hemsworth and Scarlett Johansson do it recently.
Yeah, I did.
They weren't very good.
So, mate, they were.
It was
awful.
funny, but because they weren't very good at it.
They were awful at it.
They just couldn't be mean to each other. They got on a little bit of run at one point, but it didn't last very long.
Nah.
I did like that straight away, though. She was just like, "You're ugly."
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about it.
And then she just goes on to it just like,
"I hate your cardigans.
You wear old man cardigans."
Yeah. I take your cardigans.
Doesn't he fucking like have a dig at like her character? He goes for the characters, doesn't he?
He went quite.
He goes after the character, just like, really? You're going to insult the character?
He did say one that actually was quite mean, and I remember being like, "Oh shit!" And she's like, "That's really mean."
Yeah,
like,
that's an awful thing to say to someone.
Really, really mean thing to say.
I think even that, he was just like, "I know, I'm really sorry."
Yeah, they didn't really know what they were doing, did they? They weren't really into it.
Yeah, man.
But fucking, I've seen Will Ferrell and someone else do it really well.
Should we just whilst we're here? Should we just talk about Greg? You've seen the Endgame.
I have.
You've seen the Endgame.
Yeah, and I'm not going to discuss it.
No, we're not. No, we are. But let's face it. Once we actually, because we are going to go and see it.
Yes. Oh fuck yeah.
Together. And let's face it,
now.
we're going to have a discussion.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, I definitely want to do some sort of.
Greg, I'm going to make all your dreams come true.
I seriously do. I want to do some sort of. Everyone's doing it, but fuck it.
Yeah.
Some like Marvel MCU wrap up fucking episode.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
As much as we can do it, it'll be funny.
You know,
obviously, at least we'll still poke fun on the way.
I'll think of some amusing names.
But I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm still processing it a bit, so it's
you said that, man. Like you said that you were like you want to go and see it again because you're fucking having.
All I can really say is like it's nothing like Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing like Infinity. Don't expect Infinity War because it's not Infinity War. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it's not like.
I think that's a good statement to make because that could mean anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could be like, don't expect the fights, or don't expect the dramatic introductions of fucking people coming back, like fucking when Captain America walks into shot and fucking bearded out and shit.
Yeah. And what is also very clever, and the Russo brothers do this really well, is that essentially everything you see in the trailer is pretty much the first 5 minutes of the film. And then it's all kind of new.
Oh, that's interesting.
And a lot of the stuff in the trailer is not in the film, or it's shot differently. They always do that to throw you
or
off.
It's just like promo
scenes,
shit.
characters are removed from key scenes in the trailer.
The one thing that stands out for me from the trailer is that one like slow-mo shot of like people walking, and it's obviously supposed to be like Captain America, Thor, and Stark, like, or Iron Man. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that is in there, maybe it isn't. Who knows? I'll find out on Wednesday.
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed it, but I'm looking forward to seeing it again and fucking talking about it.
Yeah, man.
I've only had a brief text conversation with my brother about it.
Yeah, man. I saw he fucking like. I love the post he put out of the. He put out a joke fucking message on fucking Facebook saying of like he created an Endgame chat. For people that want to talk about the film, but can't talk about the film because some people haven't seen the film.
Didn't he have a headset on the
He
picture?
had a headset on, and he had the fucking wire in his mouth like he was trying to be seductive and shit. And I was just like, mate, not going to call this. You just biting on that wire's done it for me. I reached climax.
But no, I'm very much looking forward to watching Endgame again.
Yeah, dude.
Taking it in a bit more.
Mate, I'm just really looking forward to wanking you off in the cinema.
Yeah, it'll be good. It will be good. When was the last time you went to the cinema then?
To see Die Hard 5.
You're going to be like, it's so expensive now.
I know. I'm going to be outraged by the price. I can tell you that now.
It might not be as bad as you think.
I'm going to be outraged by the fact that I'm probably going to be sat next to someone that isn't you.
Oh, you will be.
I mean, I am going to be sat next to you, but on my other side, there's probably going to be someone sat there.
Yeah.
And that's
maybe
even when I did go to the cinema.
Yeah.
I only ever sat next to like one person, and there was just space next to me. So this is the last time I was in a full cinema was to see Wreck. When that came out, and that was in Kingston, and it was just
full,
and it was full because they had so many limited showings, and it had so much fucking hype. They were all just like, "I'm happy to go see this fucking film," and
when Avengers Endgame came out, Odeon, like the night it came out, like at midnight, they were like screening on like every screen.
Yeah,
like, all 12 of them were showing Endgame.
Did they also do that? Apparently, I heard there was like a double bill where you could see Endgame and then go straight into Infinity Wars.
The other way around, wasn't it? Infinity War and then into Endgame.
Sorry, yes,
You're
I
saying
apologize.
it backwards.
Yeah.
There were. I don't know if Odeon did it, but I know a few cinemas did do the double bill, or
that's cool. Though.
Their cinema in America did all the films.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was like 33 hours or something.
Only 33 hours?
Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. 20.
Was it in? Was it? What kind of order was it in?
Yeah,
was it in order of release?
It'd be a lot more than that. Actually, you're right. It'd be a lot more than that.
But was it done in order of release or order in how it's done, like via?
No,
the story?
probably release. I'd say. I don't think I'd fuck up with the because even though the story's told in different order, the films kind of still need to go a certain way.
Yeah, I get that.
I'd say.
Especially with like the little.
Because if you did go in chronological order, and you watch like Captain Marvel maybe first, or no, it'd probably be it'd be Captain America, chronological order, because that's in World War One. World War Two. So that would be the first one you would watch.
Yeah.
I was going to say Captain Marvel because of 80s, but no, it'd be that one.
I'm sure, and you know what? After we're done recording here, I'm finding the YouTube video, which is the Marvel films in chronological order.
Yeah, man, I've seen them. Yeah, we can have a look at that. Weirdly, on the chronological order, I'm fairly sure Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 go back to back on it.
Oh, really?
I'm fairly sure they literally is Guardians of the Galaxy and then Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is in like the full movie time frame.
That's interesting.
I say wrap it up now and fuck the rest of that question.
Fuck, just...
Right, again, apologies for the sound audio, and I don't know how long this episode was.
Fuck you if you don't like the sound.
But we had great fun. I'm glad we did this. Fucking thanks for listening. I, of course, have been
Greg
Endgame Armstrong.
Thanks for coming over, dude.
Thank you for having me, Joseph Jackson. And thank you for letting me sleep upon your sofa tonight, because it's horrible weather outside.
It is.
So I'm glad I'm not actually trekking home.
It is absolutely atrocious.
I'm glad I'm not trekking home.
I guess, I don't know. What's a good... I'm Joe... 12-year-old cannibalist fucking Jackson.
3-minute microwave head.
3 minute
microwave head.
Toodle bye.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.